Frigidaire gallery series gas range that is not wanting to heat, even though it appears that the igniter is coming on. It's glowing yellow in there and stuff. So I finally looked it up. The kids started complaining. Got Thanksgiving coming up in 2 days, and checked it out. And sure enough, man, it's just not lighting, even though the igniter is lit up bright orange. So I looked into it a little bit and found that when the igniters go bad, they start getting too high of resistance, and then there's a gas cutoff valve, and when the igniter doesn't pull enough current, that valve won't turn on. And so that's what the problem is the gas was just randomly turning on and turning off with a very marginal igniter coil inside of here. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart and replace the igniter coil, and I'll show you how to do that. Back here, I'll show you. This right here is the gas valve, and back in there a little bit more, and you probably can't see it, is the gas shutoff, where where it requires the proper current to be going through the igniter circuit for that to actually turn on gas to the whole thing. So without that, you get no gas to the burners, or to the oven anyway. So that's what we're doing. Unplug it. So to start with this, there's 2 screws that go back here. It's these 2 long ones, and they come out by hand. And that whole thing picks up out of here and slides out. And that gets us down to the bottom panel. This is a thicker piece of metal, and it helps distribute the heat from, where the flame actually hits the bottom of this. 2 screws right here come out for that, and I've already taken those out. So, and they came out pretty easily. And then next is the burner assembly right here. And we don't have to take that out, it turns out. We have to undo these 2 screws here on the side of the igniter. And then we'll turn it over and unplug it from the back of the fireplace. And the new unit does not have a connector on the end. It turns out that if you buy the one with the proper connector from the official Frigidaire site, it'll cost you about $200. I got the one I got for, you can get them on Amazon for about $25 if you think ahead. And I found a appliance store in town. I got mine for about $60. So anyway, we'll get these 2 screws out of here, and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, igniter, 2 screws taken out, and here's the igniter. You can see the there's some shadows on there. Anyway, now this is bigger. I had one that looks very similar that's in my furnace, and I had an extra one of those. Thought maybe I could slap it in here, but no, the whole ceramic base was completely different. So just had to break down and order one for this. Better than buying a new stove. The burners are hot, thank goodness. And close this for temporarily. turn the stove on its side, and you can look inside of here. A few connections, and the one we have to disconnect is the one with the two white heat-resistant wires attached to it, which is up here. Right up in right there, if you can see that. Okay, since the new one I have does not have this proper connector on it, which was different from some of the other ones you get to watch on eBay, which ones they're selling and on Amazon. You see, this one has the latch on the side, where the other ones had double latches that you squeezed here. This one here you squeeze here to unlatch it from the thing. So anyway, we have to cut this wire and reattach it to our new igniter, and attach this connector on it so we can just plug it in. So we'll cut this as far in as we can so we have plenty of extra wire, and we'll go to it. So maybe right about there, make a cut. And there's our connector. Now we'll pull out our, if we can do this with the thing laying on its side. Well, it doesn't like it. It needs that weight on it. See if we pull this out of here. Okay, so here's our old one. And this will be our new one with ceramic wire nuts. The ceramic wire nuts here that go on there. So what we'll do is, let's see, this is our new one. This is our old one. You can see the differences, or no differences. And we'll measure our wires. I think I'll just leave this the length it is. We'll just strip these and add ends to it. So, put these on here and twist our wire nuts on. Do the same with the other half. Maybe I should have done this after I stuck it through fished it through the inside. We'll see. I might be back here taking this apart. Anyway, I'll tape this up. Okay, we fished this through, and we're going to plug it back in, and then we'll go inside, put our two bolts back in, and pretty easy fix. You can't work on an appliance without slicing yourself open at one point or another. Maybe you should use this as a lesson and wear gloves when you work on things. Okay, the igniter is not installed. It's plugged in. Nice bloody hand. Wish I would stop. Anyway, we're gonna put this igniter up. Looks about the same. Oh yeah. Alright, we got this together enough that we can actually see whether it's going to work without doing anything else. So let's plug it in and try it out. Set to 350. See what happens. I see some glowing red there. Now, the way you tell that, oh look, it lit right up. Flame on. Perfect. So we've solved our problem. Don't want to get it too hot, so I'll turn it off. So, the way you tell that the burner, that the igniter is degraded, and it still lights up, still would ignite the flame, but it's degraded and it won't turn on your safety valve, as you measure the voltage across your safety valve terminals, which is not this valve, not this unit here, but right inside of here there's two wires, and that's actually the two wires that feed your there's two wires that feed this igniter, and the amount of current that's going through that is what determines whether it'll turn your gas valve on. If the current isn't high enough, the gas valve will not turn on. So you'll have to measure 3.2 to 3.6 volts across those two terminals when it's calling for gas. When the igniter is on and it's lit, the igniter is glowing, there should be 3.2 to 3.6 volts across those two terminals, or that gas enabler valve will not turn on and your stove won't work. So, didn't know that, just found out this morning. So buying a new oven crisis averted for this Thanksgiving. That's it.